Okay, we are going to be doing these pressure conversions. So for the first one, we have 3.45 ATM. I'm going to make my dimensional analysis table, and using my conversions, I know that for every one ATM, I'm going to have 101.3 kPa. So then I'm going to just put this in my calculator. I'm going to put in here 3.45. I have two decimal points. That's not helpful. Times the top times 101.3 divided by the bottom divided by 1. And I get 349.485, but I'm going to round it to the same number of sig figs I have here, which is 3. So I'm going to just round it to 349 kPa. Okay, so on the next one, we're going from torr to PSI. So again, I'm going to write what I have, make my table. In the bottom, I'm going to put my 760 torr. On the top, I'm going to put my 14.7 PSI just from my conversion table. And I'm going to put this all in my calculator. 8.95, not point, 895 divided by 760 times by 14.7. And I'm going to get this big long number here. But again, I'm going to round it to my number of sig figs I started with, which was 3. So I'm going to round it to 17.3 PSI. All right, so our next one is millimeters of mercury to ATM. Atmosphere. So I'm going to take my 652 millimeters of mercury. I'm going to put 760 millimeters of mercury on the bottom. And I'm going to put 1 ATM on top. Those are just their number from the conversion table. And it's going to be 652 divided by 760 times by 1. Not really important to put in, but there it is. Oh, my calculator gave it to me as a fraction. I'm going to make it a decimal. Okay, and I'm going to round to 3 sig figs, so I get 0.858 ATM. Now the next one is kind of a trick question here because torr and millimeters of mercury are the same thing. You could set up the table and you would be putting the same number in the top and the bottom. So you would have 760 torr and 760 millimeters of mercury, but you really don't have to do that math. You could just say it is equal to 812 millimeters of mercury because that's what it is. All right, now we're on the last one. So for the last one, I'm going to take my 124 kPa and convert it to PSI. So I'm going to put 101.3 kPa on the bottom and 14.7 PSI on top. Again, I'm just getting these numbers from the conversion table for these. So 124 divided by 101.3 times 14.7 and rounding it to 3 sig figs, so it's 17.99. So it's going to be rounded to 18.0 PSI. Okay, so that's how you should have done these pressure conversions.